question comes from Chase Mazer.
That's a really cool name.
Sounds like a Star Wars name almost.
Yeah.
Chase. Chase says, today was like walking through a minefield.
Oh, goodness.
And he's referring to Monday, November 9th, the day before Fallout 4 came out and the day that the embargo lifted and all the coverage went up. He says, it was a day of refreshing tracking data and dodging evocative headlines. Tracking data means it probably is Amazon, his copy of the game coming.
Got it.
Everywhere I look, there's an article about how to get a piece of gear quicker or a live stream 24 hours into the game. Feels like the internet is trying to ruin the game I'm waiting to play. Damn. I'm not mad, maybe a bit frustrated. This feels like a product of the embargo and not just the hype. A megaton nuke was just dropped on the internet, and most people are just trying to survive and get the chance to play it themselves. IGN's job is to create content and not filter it. That's on the consumer. So I've opted out, disconnected. I'm wondering what your thoughts are on Fallout 4's embargo. Would more room on the embargo help trickle this info out for fans seeking it? Just seems to be everywhere and overwhelming, especially just 24 hours from release.
So that's by design, though. That's what Bethesda
wanted.
That's exactly what Bethesda wants. Right on the eve, is if the embargo. A lot of times, what'll happen? Secret insider information is the further out a review embargo is, the earlier it is, the more confident a publisher tends to be in how well they think it's going to review.
Like, sure, talk about it 10 days early.
Yeah,
go for it.
But with Fallout, they seem to have seemingly wisely decided, well, we don't want people getting psyched up a week in advance. We want them to be able to actually get psyched up with all the reviews and then go right to line up at GameStop and pick it up that night or pre-order it on the console that night. So. Yeah, I think they wanted that megaton impact for 24 hours before launch.
And I will say, we're being very deliberate. This is a little inside baseball. I don't know how fascinating it's going to be, but the Fallout content that we're promoting, we're really trying to put ourselves in the headspace of, if you've had the game one day, or like the day before launch, we were really promoting our character creator guide, like how to create, a specific character, how the perk system works, the first things you should see and do in the world. Like, that was our day one content. And now that we're in day 2, 3, 4, like even next week, we're like, what are people really going to want to see? Like, who are the companions and how to find them? Like, that's probably good content for leading into the weekend. And then once some time has passed, like, I hope we're not being too spoilery or too in people's face about it, but like, I can
think about it a lot.
I can tell you that you and me and Jared and lots of people are really thinking really hard about what people are going to want to see day 1, week 1, month 1.
So when the Halo 5 review embargo lifted, which was also a day or a little more before the game came out, we posted a link to, without spoiling it in the thing, but we posted the ending, the legendary ending to the game.
With spoiler warnings all over it.
And we caught a lot of flack from our readers for that. People were not happy to even see that there, even though, they'd have to click on it, but at the same time, I think, and we responded like we took it off of, like, it was still there, but it just wasn't really front-facing anymore. So, I mean, it's a weird balance to try and maintain.
Yeah. From the background in Game Help, it is the most important thing to me to get a giant, helpful, free strategy guide out for people who are getting stuck on the first day. And part of that process is making sure that we make it so you can find that guide. If we have to get out the word about that. It's just so important. And then we lose in both ways because sometimes we put up a full strategy guide and people are like, oh my gosh, the games just came out today. Like, why are you guys, giving these people all this stuff? Let them find it out for themselves. Or we get, this is old. I read this on another site yesterday.
Or I need help with this thing and you don't have it and I can't find it.
I'm totally sympathetic to both those views, but it's better for, I think, the people that need help want a giant, just free, amazing strategy guide. We work so hard on these things to find them as soon as they get the game if they want to.
And I'll also say in regards to Fallout specifically, I won't even repeat what it was, but there's a spoiler circulating that's actually not true. Like, everyone thought, I just saw dozens and dozens of people saying, oh my god, I just had the ending of the game spoiled for me. And it was a masterful troll that it's not even the real thing.
That happened with BioShock Infinite with the real ending. And it's almost like a meme now where people try to trick people about the ending of games.
But I almost thought that's like a really smart counter troll. Like, if you see the ending to something circulating, start a fake rumor.
That's pretty good.
Because then people won't know, then it's all just like noise. Like, then it's like you don't even know what's real and what's not.
Yeah.
Just like the internet.
I think we've talked about this on GameScoop before. But, I remember when somebody came up to me on the playground and they were like, the final boss in Super Mario Brothers 2 is not Bowser.
No,
it's like this.
It's actually all a dream.
Yeah, than that. Like all this, like just, and everybody was like, "That's great! I can't wait to see it."
Yeah.
And this is the same thing with Luke Skywalker's battle with Vader, and just like everything. It's just so funny that the internet made ruining the endings or surprises like such an extreme event that now like the fallout from that is like, I don't even want to know how many levels that game has, and I can't believe you guys are saying that you had fun with the 11th level.
Yeah.
I thought there were only 9.
To me, like if I see the headline Fallout 4, how to get power armor in 5 minutes, I don't think that's a spoiler.
Yeah.
To me.
But man, the thing about the game help side of that is that if you want to have a good head start I love having a head start in games. Like I'm not too small to admit that. I think that's my favorite thing about strategy guides, and that's what I always loved about writing them, is that like when you have some little advantage, and trust me, companies make this out of their DLC now, day one DLC, they're like, you can get a bonus in your XP from just getting this. I love that feeling. I love feeling like I have something a little bit special that's giving me a boost at the start. That's what that power armor video is for me. And it's so funny because you can just turn towards a direction and run, and lo and behold, you can just walk into some power armor.
Yeah,
How cool is that?
It's really cool.
If you were to take a look at what Fallout content we've promoted and put a pin in the map of Fallout 4, like we're deliberately working our way through.
Yeah, it's
like we
kinda
don't
funny,
want to show off certain areas of the game until it's been out, a certain amount of time for sure. Until we believe that a majority of people are kind of getting to that point in the game.
Yeah.